We're here with Dell Curry, father of Steph and Seth, and also had a pretty good NBA career himself. Let's start off with this. You guys come here every year, and you look forward to it, it seems like. What's it like just to gather the guys together and come up here and just hang out for a few days?
Yeah, looking forward to it is putting it mild. We circle this week every year. It's just a fun time. As a father with two sons who are grown with their own families, it's hard to get time with just us. So we use that this week for that. And what better way to spend time together than playing golf, hanging out of the house that we have rented for the week. Mm-hmm. We got some real close friends who are on the bag for us, and some come up just to hang out and watch. So this is a great week for me as a dad, and I know it is for my sons as well.
So where's your golf game right about now?
My golf game's good right now. Last year I was on vacation when I came here. Didn't play a lot leading up to the tournament. I did not do that this year. I played a lot of golf leading up to this tournament. I'm playing very well. So my goal's a top 10.
Yep.
My game's not strong enough. I don't need to be any better than that. But at top 10, I think I can do that if I play well.
Well, that would be a victory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously both your sons were in the Bay last year. And Seth dealt with a lot of little injuries here and there that kind of cut his season down. But what was it like just to know that they were, under the same umbrella, so to speak?
Well, I'll go back the year prior to that where Seth was in Charlotte. So that was a treat for me to be able to call his games. And then he signs with the Warriors, and I'm like, wow, they haven't played together since high school. Unfortunate that they didn't get to play a lot of games together,
right. But
just the time that they spent together traveling at meals. As an NBA team, you spend more time with your teammates than you your family in the course of the season. So I'm sure they became closer.
Yeah.
It was a chance for Seth to see Steph's kids a little more. Mm-hmm. So it's all good.
Uncle.
Yeah, that's right.
Uncle time. Now, when your two sons entered the NBA, you probably had visualized what was possible. But when you look at where they are now, they're both now well into their careers. And you look back and think about what they've done. I always say it all the time. I said, people talk about Steph being a three-point god. Can't argue that, but Seth has had a higher percentage.
Yeah.
So when you look at their careers, though, what comes to mind? What kind of pride do you feel just knowing that they've been able to do this for so long?
Yeah, one, I think they haven't cheated the game. They've really respected the game, played the game the right way. It's something I tried to instill in them early to have fun. Mm-hmm. They're great teammates. They take their craft seriously. They're constantly working on their bodies. To get to this point and have the careers that they've had. But it's a grind, I know how hard it is to get to the NBA, 16 years and to stay in the league. If you don't produce, you're not going to stay in the league. So the fact that they're able to produce on the floor, be quality teammates, and now I think at the point of their careers, they can be mentors in the locker room. All that, it gives you an advantage of being an older player and what you can bring to the table for a team.
Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of talk around the Warriors and LeBron, and we don't know what he's going to do. He's probably figuring out what he's going to do, or he may know what he wants to do, but hasn't announced it yet.
Yeah.
When you look at that conversation or that debate or that possibility, what crosses your mind?
You're still trying to win championships. I think the Warriors need a player like that to get over the hump. With also a young core that they have, but they're trying to win right now. Steph. He's on the tail end. Draymond, all those guys tail end their careers like LeBron, and that tells me that they're still trying to win another ring.
Mm-hmm. Now LeBron is 41. I talked to Ray Allen earlier, and he retired at 40, and even then, people were still calling him up saying, "Can you come back?" So it seems like guys are able to prolong their careers, extend their careers better these days than they did 20, 30 years ago. What's changed, you think?
I think a lot has changed. The amount of resources that teams put with their performance staff is over the roof as far as keeping their guys healthy, as healthy as they can throughout the year. But guys aren't taking a lot of time off in the off season. You want your body to recover, but you don't want it to totally shut down. And I think both my boys have done a good job of taking their time getting ready for the next season. And the players across the board, when you see a LeBron, when you see a Steph, other young players are trying to emulate what they do in the off season and say, hey, how can I stay in the league that long? So teams have done an excellent job of getting their performance staff, I think, to help the players. But the players have to buy into that, and they have to take accountability for how they treat their bodies in the off season. And if you see anybody that's playing 15, 16, 17 years in the league, they have done it the right way, and they have not abused their body in any way.
Yeah. I was talking to Charles earlier, and you know what? You can imagine what Charles said about the Warriors.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to need Depends and Ben Gay and all this stuff. Do you think that they can still get it done if they just fill a roster in the right way?
Yeah, it's all about managing those bodies of your core guys, your older guys, and then getting into the playoffs. I think you have to stay – a team like that have to stay out of the play-in, because the play-in is requires so much energy and intensity to get to the playoffs, and then you're facing one of the top teams in your conference. So I think you have to be a top 16 to get in, and then it's about luck of the draw. It's whoever you come up against and how well you match up against that team.
Yeah, I think last year you could see it the way it ended last year, and Steph comes back for just the last 5 games, and he was, if the season had gone longer, he may have been able to sit a little longer, but he came back and tried, had a great game against the Clippers, and then the whole team just you saw they kind of sagged in that final game. And so
it's tough.
And then even then you were thinking, okay, if they get through the play-in, then they got to go to OKC.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's exciting for the league. The Hornets were in the play-in last year.
Yeah.
It's exciting. And I really enjoyed we hosted Miami in that first round of the play-in game. I didn't call the game, so I got to sit in the stands as a fan and actually cheer on my team. I had a blast, but it made me realize, wow, these are playoff atmosphere games.
Yeah.
They're intense, really high intensity. And for young players to get that jolt, if you're not ready for it, you win the second game. You're like, wow, I had to do this again right away, and you're just not prepared for it.
Yeah. Speaking of the Hornets, they moved off LaMelo. Surprised you at all?
Surprised everybody, I think. But you have to I think, tip your hat to new ownership, new front office, to make those hard decisions. Obviously, the fans are saying, hey, what are you doing? But those guys know what they're doing. And the goal is to win a championship. The goal is not to get to the playoffs and say we had a great year. Everybody wants to win, and you have to make those hard decisions along the way. You have a plan to get to that goal, and you have to stick to that plan regardless if it may mean moving a guy who is a fan favorite.
Right.
In the long run, you hope things work out for the best, and I think they will. We love LaMelo. He's a fun guy to be around, tremendously talented player. Nothing against him, but Hornets just decided, hey, we need to go in a different route to get to that goal of what we want, and that's to host the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And I think you have to make those hard decisions along the way.
Yeah. Another thing about Charlotte, last season, you had your jersey.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And I saw the video. I'm like, oh, man, Papa's getting a little, getting in his feelings there. What was that like? Just, they kind of tried to, they surprised you, basically.
They totally surprised me. A lot of people were requesting, were you surprised? I had absolutely no idea. My guy, Eric Collins, had me hook, line, and sinker. So that was real emotional, and I still didn't believe him when they said they were doing it. But leading up to the night, the Hornets did a tremendous job. I haven't been around a lot of jersey retirements, but I know none can top how they treated me and my family for the leading up to it, and then the 2 days, how we had an intimate gathering with just some close friends and family, and then the city came to light during the game. Great game against Orlando.
Yep.
So it was a great couple of days, and I couldn't be prouder to look up and see my jersey in the rafters every night.
I'm going to say, do you look up every night and see
Every night. Whether and the thing about it, whether it's a basketball game, whether it's a concert, a show, whatever you have in the Spectrum Center, you can look up and see Curry 30. Yeah. It's a great feeling.
I got to ask you one more question. I know it's probably something you heard before, but every now and then somebody wants to, you think Steph will end up his career in Charlotte, go back home. And I always think it's up to him what he wants to do, but he's pretty much been stuck with where he is and kind of committed to it over the years. What are your thoughts?
For him to be a player and be able to stay in one city for that long, why would he want to leave? I mean, you've given so much to that team, to that organization and city. selfishly, of course, I'd love him to come back and play, and I'd let him wear my number 30 jersey, and like Tim Hardaway,
bring it down.
I let him bring it down and wear it. But they like him out there in the Bay Area a lot.
Yeah, they love him out there in the Bay Area. They know what he means.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Tim Hardaway. That was funny though when Tim Hardaway Sr. said no.
Yeah. So it's like, am I reading that right? He's not letting his son wear his jersey?
But you would. There you go.
Yes.
All right. Dell, thanks for your time, man.
Absolutely.
Always good talking to you.
All right, man. You too.
All right, take care now.